Hello, my loves. I'm sorry it's been what feels like a million years. But I'm going to do a nail. It's only one nail because this was just an idea I had in my head. I have not practiced it. As always, I just whipped my camera out and decided to give it a go. And it turned out amazing and I'm so happy. So I am doing a cube nail. And I bought the tips from Glitter Planet. I've prepped my nail, prepped my cuticles and everything like that, and I've just applied dehydrator and Young Nails Protein Bond. And then I realised I still had to faff about with my nails, so I end up doing that again anyway. But these are the cube tips from Glitter Planet. They've got a really strong shape. They've got a wider well. So instead of being well-less tips, they have a well because the shape is so firm in a cube. You can't have a cube sitting on your nail plate. Do you see what I mean? It doesn't matter. I just buff over it with my 180 grit. And then just to thin it out a little bit. Because, you know, it's sort of easier. In a way, it's a bit easier to do it now than to file it all when it's on the nail. So I tend to take a little bit off before I put it on. And I'll then grab myself my Angel Crystals adhesive and pop that on the inside. Really simple. And just apply and hold it in place. They've got a really nice curve on them as well. Really good. So, you can't cut these with tip cutters because they are incredibly cube shaped. So I'm going to cut it with my scissors. So I cut the sides and then I just wiggled it up and down. Look, like that. And then cut it. Piece of wee. That's that done. But I'm still going to file it a little bit and I'm still going to blend that contact point where the tip has contact with the nail. And obviously also we need to buff. So I'm using my Kylie Werry 180 and 220 buffer. I'm using the 220 side. And I'm going to buff the entire nail because I'm doing this with hard gel. So whenever you work with hard gel, the tip has to be buffed. Everything has to have a good old rough up for the gel to adhere to it. I'm supporting the tip from the underneath so that I don't rip it off my nail because there's only a small bit of adhesive on the contact point. There we go. Beautiful. Okie dokie. I'm going to go back in with Protein Bond again. I forgot to dehydrate again, but that's okay. I'll live. Oh, I'm using my Nail Perfect Fibre Gel in Light Rose. It's my fave. It's my favourite. And I'm using my new brush because I love it. It's from Licente. It's the G1, I believe, gel brush. It's lush. It's really nice. And you know what I like? This may sound silly, but I like the fact that it's got a wider handpiece and I like the fact that it's got a wider lid because I hate it when you put a lid on your brush and it splays the bristles back. Can't be dealing with that. And this has got a nice wide lid. I'll put the details for it in the description box because a few people have messaged me about it. So what I'm showing you here is I'm going to build up in sections. I'm going to build up the nail plate, then I'm going to do middle side and build it up like that in separate places because we need to keep that cube shape. So I'm applying my first bead of gel and I'm just pillowing it into place around the cuticle and side walls. And then I'm using my brush to gently go, I'm pillowing and dragging side to side so that it has contact but doesn't sort of flood the side walls. And then I'm just going to brush it down onto the tip so that we've got contact but we don't change the shape. It's really important with like extreme shaped nails, exotic nails, to keep that authentic shape. I mean, I haven't sculpted a cube nail, and I can only imagine how many folds you've got to put in the form. So I thought I'd try it with the tips, and they're bloody easy. Honestly, they're so cool. So I'm just evening out. I felt that the gel was going a little bit too far on one side, so I'm going to pull it down, blend it all the way through, keep those definitive lines, cure it for 60 seconds, and now I've come in and I'm going to build up one side at a time. I'll let you watch. So when it's all cured, I'm just going to put some isopropyl alcohol on here and give it a rub to take off that sticky layer. Now this is not the whole structure of the nail, this is just as if you would build a clear base. This is kind of similar to that. I'm just getting that tip connected to the nail and a bit of a strong base underneath it. I'm then taking my metal file and I'm filing in that shape. I'm just so paranoid about losing that shape, so I'm filing it in continuously through each stage. So once I've filed in roughly the shape, I'm going to take my black gel polish and my super ultra thin, like long striper brush. I don't know where this is from. My friend gave it to me. I think she just got it online, like at AliExpress or something. And I'm just going to start drawing the separation line that's going to separate the black from the white. Now I start a little bit in from where I want to be. And I start kind of expanding on that line to take it up to where I need it to be. Do you see what I mean? So I start a little bit inwards, get my feel for it. My dog's being silly again. Get a feel for the flow, and then perfect that line and put it exactly where I need it to be. And what I'll quite often do is do a little bit and then 10-second cure it, because the last thing you want is to smoosh it. It's intricate work. Definitely use a long liner brush, and the finer the better. And just steadily go with it. Just nice and gentle. And then what I'll do is, once I'm happy with that outline, I'll then fill the area in. So I'm just going to take it right up, take that little bead off the end. You don't want a bead on the end, it'll cause you a nightmare. That close to the cuticle, it'll just flood it. So I'm just running it through the brush, take the bead off the end. And then I'm just going to join it up as close to the cuticle as I can get. And I will whiz that in the lamp in a second before I do the next stage. And I'm just continuing to join all that line. Now, thinking about it, it probably would have been a bit easier if I'd used a matte top coat first. However, I was not convinced, because my matte top coat is quite thick and I felt like I might lose the shape a little bit. And this is one of those shapes that needs that definition. So I'm now taking my angled brush, which is actually a one-stroke brush, and I'm using it to really tuck in that black around the cuticle. And it's so easy. I don't know why I don't use that brush more often to do things like this. It makes it really easy. Always anchor in my hand as well, trying to get a good angle. And then I will literally just keep touching with the gel. I'm not going hell for leather on it. I'm quite gentle. Brush it all the way down, and then I'll turn the brush over. Trying to stay in frame's quite difficult. And then I'll do the same along that line, so the brush is touching that straight line so we don't lose that clarity. I'm then going to put it in my lamp for the full 30 seconds and give it a cure. And then we'll do the central area with the white, using pretty much the same principle.
What you want now? Feels like you're looking for something better. Is this what you want now? Or is it because you can't forget her? I can't keep pretending it's not getting to me. It's never ending. Can't give you what you need. You're misbehaving. Yeah, it's getting to me. It's never ending. You can give anything, so you can go, yeah. So I can focus. I just need to focus on myself. Yeah, you better go. So I can focus, I just need to focus on myself. not getting to me. It's never ending. Can't give you what you need. Oh no, no. You're misbehaving. Yeah, it's getting to me. It's never ending. You can give anything, so you can go, yeah. So I can focus. I just need to focus on myself. Oh, you better go, yeah. So I can focus. I just need to focus.
So I then went ahead after this and did the black after the white was cured, and then gave them all a second coat, but you get the idea. I didn't want to bore you too much. And I'm then going to cap it with not a thick layer, just a cap layer of the fibre gel in clear, and put that under my lamp for 60 seconds. And again, as before, the whole time I'm conscious I don't want to lose that shape. At every opportunity, I kind of want to emphasize those edges as much as I can, because they get lost quite easily. So that's the trick, is to just keep that cube shape in your head all the time and keep working on sides. So the top is one area, the left side is one area, the right side is one area. It's not like doing a normal nail when you just work left to right the whole nail and it's one nail. It's almost like 3 completely separate sections joined with a seam line down each side. And if we lose that, you just lose the shape completely. You're better off adding a little bit more product and filing down to that really sharp cube shape than running it too thin and running the risk of losing it. So I've got my cap layer. Once I'm happy, see me just tidying up that area, I'll pop it straight in the lamp for 60 seconds. And then comes the fun part. This was an idea I had. I was on the Glitter Planet website, right? Wasn't even looking for this. I was on the Glitter Planet website and I saw that she had these black rings, glitter rings, just circles, like rings with the middle cut out. And I thought, oh my God, I could do something so cool with them. I could cut them in half and do like a monochrome design. So I ordered them, and as soon as they arrived, I had to go to Plymouth. So then as soon as I got back yesterday, today, I'm like, right, I'm doing it. So I cut the glitter rings, black glitter rings in half, and then just use a thin coat of gel. And the idea is to kind of make it look like a fancy colour block. A monochrome colour block. Very, very easy. Just flash cure it in between so they don't slide off. And yeah, it did exactly what I thought it would do. And I was like, oh my God. Really quite simple.
When I think about yesterday, my oh my, my oh my, a kiss, and so I did. Since I met you, I feel unbreakable. Since I met you, I feel unbreakable. Since I met you, I feel unbreakable. I feel unbreakable.
So once they've all had a good cure, I'm now going to cap the whole nail and give it a good layer of the clear fibre gel. And I'm going to cap again in sections. So I'll do the top, then I'll do the sides. Each section cures for 60 seconds. So I didn't want to cure it as one because again, there are 3 sections. In my head, there are 3 sections that are pulled together by a seam line down each side. So I'll do the front, I'll build up that height. It's got a nice high apex. and then take it right down, and I'll make sure it's not drifting over the edges or losing its shape. I'll quickly turn the finger upside down, and then it will go straight in the lamp for 60 seconds. So obviously I'm going to file this into shape. Now, here's something I didn't realise until towards the end. When I filed, oh God, I'm yawning. The gel was a little bit too thin on part of the free edge, and I actually filed into the glitter. So I had to shorten the nail, but that was okay. What I did was I top coated it to see if there was any lumps or bumps. I then refiled it and buffed it and shortened it a little bit, and then top coated it again. But as you can see, the trick with this is you keep your file flat, really, really flat. You are making flat sides, two sides and a roof. So you've really got to picture it as a super flat shape. And also, if you turn your nail over and look underneath, look at the thickness of your sides there. If they look a bit bulky, you may not see it now while you're filing. You might just have the excited, I've done it, excited, oh, I love my nail. And then all of a sudden I'll look back at photos and go, oh God, if I'd have just taken an extra few minutes to look at it from all angles. So a lot of filing and keeping that nice crisp shape. This is the first layer of top coat going on, and you see where I filed that glitter at the end where I just didn't cover it enough. My error. So I need to rectify that, so I'll still continue to top coat. It's only a thin layer, as you can see, and then I'll refile the nail. This is quite good actually for getting a smoother finish, because especially with gel, if you get any little air bubbles anywhere. Cure it in my lamp for 60 seconds, and then we'll go and do another file and re-top coat. And that's that. I think it's really effective. I wouldn't do a whole set maybe, unless I was being paid a lot of money, because it's time consuming. But it's really artsy and I like it. It's creative. I'm just tidying up that edge there. I really hope you've liked the video. And if you've got anything else, like any ideas that you think, oh, I wonder how you do that, and you want me to do it, or you want me to try something, just let me know. I'm still faffing about with a file. I annoy myself sometimes. Then I get dust everywhere, look. Get it everywhere. Bloody nightmare. Right, back in with the top coat. Nice coat, but not too thick, right? You don't want to lose your shape here. So I'm top coating in areas. I'll cure that, then I'll do my side, And then once that's cured, I'll do the other side. I'm keeping it sharp, keeping those areas isolated so that the only thing that joins them is here at the cuticle where it's slightly rounded, where you've got quite a good apex, and then just keep those lines nice and sharp. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment, say hi, and I'll see you in my next video. Tally bye!